Yeah, so it's actually a very interesting topic, and I think that we can implement that in our project also. So basically, it's a design, not it's a sprint methodology. So in which we take out 5 days of our time, and then we plan the entire sprint. And basically, it is like, suppose you have a startup and you are making some app. Maybe the app is related to some financial app, suppose. So and you want to make that app, and suppose you gather a team and you start developing it, and then you deploy it. But maybe the customers don't want that. So by the time you have deployed your app, you have already spent on your resources, you have already spent on your time, and then the customer is also not satisfied. Maybe that is one of the scenarios. So design sprint is a methodology in which you take out 5 days of your time, the entire week, and then initially only you take in all the stakeholders, take in the customers, and you try to understand what the customer wants. And once everything is ready, then you start developing. So so I am from team 2, which is intelligent parts management for mechanical components. My name is Ashwarya Gupta and my supervisor is Mark. So the agenda for today is understanding the what, when, how and why of design sprints, and the advantages and disadvantages, why we should use and why we should not use it. So the first thing is why to implement the design sprint. So basically, if you can see the diagram here, we have 4 steps. First is when we want to make an app or a website, we have to learn about it, what we want to make, and then we come up with some idea, and then we try to build that idea, and then we launch it. And this process goes on because it is an agile method. But with design sprint, what you do is you skip the 2 parts, which is build and launch. You learn something, you come up with some ideas, and then once you are sure that the idea is right, then you think of building it. So it is like fast forwarding into the future. It's like a time machine which you are using it beforehand. And so what is the design sprint? So yeah, so basically there are 5 phases, and each phase we have to implement uh, on each day for 5 continuous days. So first day we will do understanding of the problem that we have in our hand. The second is we will come up with some solutions, we will come up with some different ideas, features. Third day we will decide what and how we have to do it. Fourth day we will make a rough sketch or a prototype of that, and fifth day will validate it whether whatever we have decided is satisfactory and whether the customer will like it or not. So how and when to implement a design sprint? So when we should implement it and how we should implement it. Okay, so Monday, yeah. So Monday when you come to your office, so the first thing is you gather a team, and then you tell your team that you have to define a goal, that what we are trying to achieve, and then you will come up with some questions, like we will try to answer some questions, key questions, whether some feature will be successful or not. We are trying to implement some feature, whether it is right or not. So we are going to pose some questions to our team, and then the team they will all gather, and then they will start to find the answers to that. And from that we will try to find out one focus topic, so that we get the direction in which we should move. And once that is done in the afternoon, what we'll do is we'll ask some experts, some people who have the domain knowledge, and we will ask them to join us so that they give their inputs. And once we have our team's input and once we have the experts input, then we are going to finalize a goal, that okay, this is the way we should move forward, and we will finalize a goal. So that is all that you have to do on Monday, that is mapping of questions to the ideas to the solutions, and then coming up with a final goal. Then you move to Tuesday, and what you have to do is, once you have all the ideas, once you have set the goal, then on day 2, that is Tuesday, you are going to ask your team to individually think, not group thinking, but individual thinking. Each person will try to come up with an idea or a sketch, and when suppose you have some 10 ideas, so then you will be able to figure out which idea is the best. So you will ask your team members to individually think on that. So on day 2 you are going to do that, and it is not artistry, that you are not supposed to waste your time thinking about the design. Rather, you are supposed to think about the features that you are going to provide in your app or your website. And so it's more of logical thinking and not artistry. Okay, so on day 3, that is Wednesday, when once you have all the ideas of all the team members, so on Wednesday you take all the ideas and then you decide on it by asking your team members to check each other's ideas, and they will give their votes. So based on their vote, and then you have a decider. So a decider is a person who is the major stakeholder of this project. So he gives his vote to each of the ideas. So based on the votes of your team and based on the decider's vote, you come up with the final solution on day 3. And then you plan how you're going to make a prototype for that, so that you can show it to your customers or the stakeholders. So that we do on day 3. On day 4, when once you have finalized the idea on day 3, on day 4 you are going to together you are going to make a prototype. A prototype can be just a sketch, or it can be a PowerPoint presentation. You can just try to make a app on your PowerPoint and then show it to your customers. So any kind of prototype is fine. You just have to show them how it will work, how it will look. It's just a basic idea of the final app, final thing. And on the last day, that is Friday, you will take in the customers. The norm is that you take 5 customers and the other stakeholders. You start interviewing them, you show them your prototype, and if they're happy or not with your prototype, that feedback you will take from them, and based on that feedback, you will have a clear idea whether you should go ahead with the app or website, or you should stop there and think of some other idea. So basically, these are the 5 steps, or these are the 5 days in which a design sprint is done. So yeah, so what we learned from this is why we should use design sprint. That is the first question that we should ask. So the thing is that it solves problems quickly. Like rather than collecting a team, rather than investing on the team and waiting for 6 months and then delivering and getting rejected by the customer, rather than wasting 6 months of your time, you are just doing it in 5 days. So you are saving a lot on your time. Second, user validation. Since you are taking in the stakeholders, the experts, and the customers, so you are validating it at every step. And at the end of the 5 days, you know that your idea is success or a failure. And third, it allows you to fail early. That is very evident, since in 5 days you will get to know whether this feature will work or not. You don't have to wait for that for 6 months. But there are reasons why you should not use it, and that is, it is time consuming. Why? Because you are taking in all the stakeholders, you are taking in the experts of the industry, you are taking in a team of 7 to 8 members, and everyone has to work for 5 continuous days for 8 hours each. So you are taking them from other projects, and you are taking their time, you are taking their manpower. So it is very time consuming, because you have to invest heavily on those 5 days. Second is selection and availability of the team. So when you are taking a team who is going to come up with a solution in 5 days, you will make sure that the team is knowledgeable enough. The team has the exact idea of what is happening, what is going to happen. You don't want someone to be wasting time, because it's not a team of 20 people, it's just a team of 7 or 8 people. And those 7 or 8 should be brilliant in what they're doing. They should be knowing each and everything, so that time is not wasted. So selection, and also there might be some chance that you might not be able to gather a team which is free for continuous 5 days. They might be available on some day, but they might not be available on the other days. So you want to make sure that your team is available on all 5 continuous days. And why it is most disadvantageous is that some concepts are complex. So maybe you won't be able to get complete picture in 5 days, but then you might again think of doing one more round of sprint, and again it is time consuming, resource consuming. But when it comes to till now, the rate is that even for complex systems it has worked. Google has their own branch which is called as Google Ventures, and Google Ventures supports all the startups. So they implement design sprint for all the startups. So they have been successful till now, and they tell it's very good even for complex problems. And the risk of unalignment of ideas with actual targets. So you want to make sure that your team and every member of the team knows what they're doing, knows which way the target should be, which way the company should head, which way the app or the product that we are making should go. If any one of them has a different idea, then he will be wasting the company's time, he will be wasting the resource, and you are underutilizing your resource. That is the main idea. So you want to make sure that everyone is aligned, everyone has the same idea, everyone is on the same page, everyone is dedicated, focused, and have the domain knowledge.